Okay, so it turns out that I have already started streaming. Let's see. Okay, so it turns out that I have already started streaming. Okay, so what's the plan? What are we doing exactly? I'll tell you right now, right here. Okay, so the plan is to, why am I doing this right now? So it's been uh, around 2 weeks since I have uploaded any live streams and since I've done any live streams. Uh, so all these days I felt like doing a live stream like every day, but I thought that let the Accenture mail come and then it would make more sense to do any live stream, because I was doing a live stream on the preparation of Accenture and wanted to compile. If I get the mail, I wanted to compile that yes, this was the preparation, and hence I've got the mail. So uh, I'll surely live stream about that also, because I want to give it a closure. If not a closure, then I want to make a sequel of those videos. So now what am I doing? The title says first time solving a lead code question. Is it actually the first time I have solving a lead code question? Uh, no. I have six, I guess, six submissions on lead code. Uh, I have six. I'll just log in later on. Let me complete. I have six submissions on lead code, and those submissions were I did those submissions when there was some classes going on, or DSA classes going on in our college, and they insisted on doing the questions. So I did some easy questions then and there, and I submitted those. But it has been very very long, and those were only six questions in the period of 2 years. So how do I know little bit of DSA, little bit of coding? Where does all this comes from? Because I took a course long back, and I did a lot of questions on their platform. The platform was Coding Ninjas, and I solved a lot of questions over there. But yes, DSA is one thing where you don't have to leave the consistency. If you lose the track, then you lose it all. So yes, um, the its and bits of what I used to do are always remain in the memory, but you don't know the full concrete thing. So yes, so it's every time for me. I say myself as a fast learner, but I actually take more time than people usually do. So uh, so I'll start. I'm basically starting DSA again, but this time it's going to be seriously specific according to the aims that I'm having, and uh, I'll try to make the cliched sequence of doing DSA. So why this video out of nowhere? Why this live streaming out of nowhere? Because I wanted to start at some point, and I got up late today, and I thought, why not start with DSA? Uh, so yes, I'll give a detailed live stream on why I chose this problem, or why am I doing DSA when everybody is revising the concepts and I'm starting it from I'm starting it over. So, and yes, before I start the video, before I actually start solving the problem, I know nothing. I just know that this can be picked, this concept can be utilized, or this can be utilized, and that too very vaguely. So at many points of time I might need to look up to gpts and ask for what do we do for this, what do we do for this. Okay, so especially in this question that we are going to do, there is going to be some substring concepts. uh, so I might need to look up. So this is definitely not a video where I'm claiming that I'll do live questions dsa and I'm going to prove it to somebody somewhere, something. But it's just for me and just me documenting all these things. So and I know that no one is watching, so uh so let's keep the shortcomings, the mistakes that are going to happen already in mind, so so that it won't make things awkward or unusual. So let's start. So I'm not here to make any impression in front of anyone, but I wanted to talk, and I want to see, I like talking in general. So I like so I thought, why not just keep documenting and do what I'm doing. So this is the question: longest palindromic substring. Okay, so now what are we going to do? I'll just quickly write it down over here. Oops. So first of all, we solve question. Okay, and by solving question, I mean, see, uh, I have taken a lot of time learning concepts, and then uh, taking enough time to learn the concepts, and then doing the questions, and then getting stuck around those questions. See, I have done enough of that. What I am doing right now is that I know the concept somewhere, uh, but I'm just jumping into solving questions directly instead of without even knowing all the concrete all the concepts, all the things. So we'll try to learn the new things, or the things that we know clearly, even in a better way, while we solve the questions. So yes, come up uh with some app arrays here. Okay, I'll come up with some approach, try to create the logic by myself. Okay, and once I've tried to create the logic by myself, then then look up for the correct SYNT syntax or the conventions. ठीक है, और फिर then we'll compile. ठीक है, this is till we compile. What if it does not compile? Then also I'll look at the things and I'll try to refine my approach. Not refine, actually correct my approach, correct my way of thinking. Okay, so this is going to be the mindset. I'll not directly look up to answers to any questions, because I'm not here I'm not racing with anyone. I'm just I just truly wanted to learn. CMP. So once we have compiled, then if it's successful, then look for better optimal APPROA CAGS. Then look for optimal or better approaches. Okay, so I have time. I'm not in a race. I'm not reaching in chasing any numbers. So it will be slow. Okay, I might take 1 hour for very simple questions. This is going to happen in the first few days. So it's very normal. Okay, it will be slow. uh, Time is not a constraint. Constraint. Okay, time is not a constraint. Okay, so and also then look for better approaches. What next? So yes, as anyone, uh, I have also looked up for many videos online that how to uh, actually retain DSA for long, because in a product based company interview, they're going to throw random 1 to 2 questions, and if you do them, then you're good. If you don't, then you're out. So to not get into the situation where they throw you out, we have to retain a lot of questions. That intuition things come from solving a lot of questions, but how to retain those questions? Even if I have done that question last somewhere uh, sometime back, then I might mix up my words because I'm learning English as well. There are a lot of things happening at the same time, so bear with that, Shashank. So, as anyone curious, I also looked up for all the videos online that taught how to retain DSA. I came up to a few videos, and also I've actually met someone in person, or at least met someone online who, and they all insisted on doing one thing: maintain a separate notebook where you have 2 to 3 things, which are you write the name of the question so that you are quickly understand that okay, we are referring to this question. Okay, and then you write the approach for the question. Then you write the time complexity of that solution, and then you write, I don't know what else, but approach and what you did in the question and the pseudocode. Okay, so these were the few requirements, and how much time did I take? It doesn't matter, but still. So the next day you start solving questions. You just quickly go through that, and you get the gist of the question, and then you mount on to the next one. And this keeps on happening, and every day when you solve a new question, even if you don't, yes, ideally you have to solve a new question, but even if you don't, you have to go through that register. In my case, I am doing a live stream, so I like to keep everything on laptop, and I don't want to stress on keeping another notebook. I have many, so I'll use an Excel sheet, and that's what most people do these days. So jotting it all down on in okay, so we'll come to that later. So here you are going to see so many blunders, mistakes, naive things happening. Again, I'm not someone who is a DSAer. So I'll try to explain the approach, what I'm thinking. Uh, so we have to find the longest palindromic substring. Okay, longest palindromic substring. So just wait a second. I'll quickly unshare my screen and then I'll share again. Yep, we are good. Longest palindromic string, and what we'll do. So, what I think. So, what was the thing? Let's take example from here only. BA. What the fudge? Uh, okay, so the longest. So see, there are how many strings here? So first we have this palindromic string, and then we have this palindromic string. We also have this as palindromic string. Okay. So we have many palindromic strings over here, but we have to find the longest. Correct. We have to find the longest. How do we do that? So we have the palindrome code. Okay. So it will search all the palindromic strings, and we'll uh, p strings, and we'll store it in a hash map. This was coming to my mind, so henceforth I am writing this hash map, because we can store the string. Okay, we can store the string and the length of the string, like 3 or 4. Okay, so this is, and when we actually want the uh, amongst all the strings that we are having, if you want the largest substring, then what we'll do, we'll simply return the string with the uh, highest count. Okay, this was one way. Another that is coming inside, that is coming to me, is that when you are initially iterating to through the string that is given str, let's say, okay, let's take this example only. Oh, please, let's take this example. B A B A D. Okay, so uh so here we have this, and we have this as palindromic string. Okay, so both are length 3, so we can return either. What do we do now? So yes, we have this I'm used to these comparisons, like if the palindromic string count, a long string, okay, longest string, longest substring, longest palindromic substring, we'll set that count to initially some minus quantity, and then we'll run the palindromic code inside the string, and then how we'll do that. So let's think, if this is our string, then we go to the first element, then we go to the second element, then we go to the third element, and then we go to the fourth element and the fifth element. There might be some disturbance because, just a second, एक second. Mhm. Hello, hello, hello. Oh yes. so so we'll go to the We'll go to the first element, and then we'll come and we'll go to the second element, and we find the substring, and we find this is palindromic. How do we know it's palindromic? Every character is a palindromic string in itself. Okay, every character inside the string. So how do we do it? Currently, I'm struggling with the palindrome code. Yes. How do you know? So what do we ideally do? If we have to uh, check if it's a palindrome or not. So what do? We just take this and then we reverse the string. Then we reverse the string, correct? Then we have D A B A B. Okay. And so we find out that these strings are not equal. So henceforth it is palindrome. No, not palindrome. Okay. So what do we do here? How do we keep iterating? How do we keep finding all the substrings that are present? One approach is that. Uh, Meanwhile, I'm thinking this, another thing came into my mind, and I'll check it. Uh, Stacks are also used, I guess, for checking palindrome. Correct? I don't know actually. I'll look for it. So about on this. So we'll first of all take this and check palindrome. We'll check this and check palindrome. We'll check this and check palindrome. And then we'll check this and palindrome. Okay, so what do we get after checking like this? Okay, so we take the first two elements and then we know they are not palindrome. Okay, so not the first time. Then we take, then we come here, then we get to know yes, this is palindrome. So length, okay, len and str. Okay, it is stored. So length is 3 and str is BAB. Correct? It is palindrome string. Now what do we have? Baba. We have BABA. Okay, so this is not a palindromic string ABAB. So nothing is stored over here, but we have this in memory. Correct? So we have this in memory. So we'll not write down just to make things easier for us. Now we take this complete string. Okay. Then we have this, and then we'll compare the full thing. Then also we don't have the substring, so we have this, but that's not complete. Okay, so now next time we do not take this element, we start from over here. Okay, so we'll take these two, then we'll take these all, and then we'll take these. So okay, yes, this can be one way of how we actually do this. So at this time we are having the string a b a d. Okay, so we are checking substring this time. Nope. And length is let's compare here only. Okay, aba, no, this time no. So this is same over here. Okay, so how we'll compare? We'll check even if we get a palindromic string, like in this case we are getting a palindromic string. Okay, so yes, string a क्या है 3 और क्या है a b a. So the length is this. If a length, if length is smaller than the current length, okay, current length, okay, then we'll update length. Okay, and this comes only if palindrome. Okay, palindrome, then only this will happen. Okay, if not palindrome, then this will not happen. Then we'll update length. Okay, so yes, iterating like this makes some sense to me. Yes, one more thing is coming to my mind. See, this is a problem. This is a problem with me. It's not actually a problem. It is coming because I have solved many questions like this in the past. So the traces of those questions are coming, the bits and bits here and there. Like we might utilize substring. Where how can we utilize substring? It's good that it's coming popping in my mind, but how can we do that? So I think this approach is good. We'll proceed with this approach. Okay, the way we are iterating here and comparing. Another substring. How do we utilize the substring? Okay, substring will make things easier for us. Uh, Substring. Actually, we might make things easier by the use of substring. Okay, so I'll start this substring. Like if we want to select the string from here to here, then we can use substring, and here to here, then we use substring. Then we are catching only here to here. So every time that we are iterating, we might just use substring. That will make things easier for us. I want a break. I want a quick break. Meanwhile, I'll try to play some music for you. I don't know. Okay, so yes, there is media source available. Enjoy the music. Meanwhile, I by the time I come back. Nobody knows. I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so I'll continue. Where were we? We were on if we can use utilize substring, the concept of substring over here. So let's why not make our hands dirty with the very approach that is coming to our mind, and that is going to be iterating like this, going to the first element and the second element and then like this, and then we start from the second element and then we proceed like this. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we do that? So this is how we select the first element. Okay, so we have to go till all the elements. How many times should this loop run? Ideally, it must run length minus one, length minus one actually. That is over here. Yes, this is the correct uh, case, and then we'll do another loop inside here, and then we'll have j s dot alien length and um uh, yes. So we are not trying to make the most optimal solution that we can make. So let's just first of all make this question work. Uh, okay, so we have the I loop and the J loop, and we have the first element in hand. Yeah, the first element in hand, and J needs to be plus one. J can be plus one. Okay, and now what do we have now? No, J must be. The upper loop is for just times we want it to be iterated, and the inner loop is for how is for manipulating uh, the substrings. So the first element. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it's clear that we really need to utilize the concept of substring because we want to play with the substrings. Okay, so yes, str string str is equal to, and this is for the substring, correct? Str, and what do we have? Uh, I seriously don't know how do we do the substring thing. Substring. I'll write the raw syntax and we'll find the correct one out. And then we'll pick J. J or I, I must be here. And yes, we were correct on the assumption that J can be, J will be one actually. So I need to see what's excluding and what's including. If we write the j over here, is it excluded or is it included? We are assuming that j is included. Okay, then only our solution will work. Assuming j is included, j is included. So what do we have now? 0 and the first letter and the second letter. Okay, this is what we have. And and okay, so if we have s dot leng is s dot length smaller than 2, then what we'll do, we'll quickly return the s. We'll return that and we'll make things easier for us. This logic will only work if the string length is greater than is at least 2, or otherwise things won't work for us. Correct. Here j is included, so we have this substring over here. Okay, and then now we'll check palindrome. Okay, so why not we'll make another function, palindrome. If palindrome what str, then what we'll do, we mm, okay, so we'll have max length created over here. Int max length is equal to 0. uh okay, let's keep it 0. So we'll have max length equal to max length equal to the string length of string. Okay, so okay, so we can write in this condition, if first of all palindrome must be check, and if max length is smaller than str dot length, then only it makes sense to then only it makes sense to proceed. Okay, oops, not this. Now palindrome must be correct, and then the max length must be smaller than the strlength. Correct. Uh yes. Then what will happen? Then we'll update the max length. Max length. So do we have actually something to do around with length? Not really, but yes, in order to find the longest substring, uh, we have to do with length. Okay, so correct. And yes, the major thing, the longest substring. Okay, okay. So we create a substring over here, longest substring. string is substring string is equals to, oops, longest p palindrome sub string substring, longest palindrome substring is equals to null. Should we keep it? Yes, we keep it null. Longest palindrome sub palindromic longest palindromic substring. Yes, hello, hello. S dot substring. Yes, we'll store the longest palindromic substring now. Is equals to what? Str? We are copying the string. Oh, please. Now we have to deal with the problem of shallow copying, deep copying. Uh, so assuming we here also we are assuming assuming that the string is copied, not just the reference. So we copy the string. Okay, so here we are copying the string, correct? Yes, we are. So I know that this is not the most correct way to copy a string, but we learn. Palindrome check. So yes, we have to create a palindrome for this. Okay, so I think this is it. This is the code, and this is the if. Once we get out of here, we ideally return the longst longest palindromic uh, substrate. Correct. So this is, according to me, the solution. Now let's create the function. Do we return the? Okay, so it's going to be boolean. Boolean public boolean. Hmm. Public where int boolean, and then we have palindrome check palindrome, and then we pass the string. यार okay, we have to return true or false. If do I know how to reverse a string with the function directly without even me writing the generic long code? I guess not. Let's try the conventional way first. or rather the old school way. So we take the string and then uh, we take out the length of the string, and equals to str dot length. See, all this time I've been thinking that if we have to put these parentheses, because in case of array we don't have to, so in cases of length we have to. So it was like this, but again it's I'm not very sure. So length we have calculated, and while should we use while? Yes, while n length is greater than n, greater than 0. Okay, so mm, start the last character, then str dot at char at what, and then we do we reverse the character. So here we are taking the last element, uh, and we want to do the last element. Take the second last element, then we want to do another element. Uh, reverse the string, and then we have taken the last character. So last, see, yeah, okay, last character. Yes, sir. And then we update the string. How do we update the string? How do we update the string? You don't have to update the string. We just have to decrease the len. Correct? Yes. So we have taken the reverse of a string. So we have created reverse of a string. Okay. So uh, eh, so yes, ideally we must be using string builder, because I know that manipulations or continuous manipulation in string happens better in lesser space and memory in string builder. So we are updating the string very frequently in the reverse string. It must be string builder, but for the time being we are considering it to be string only, an empty string. So we have created a reverse. So if what, if str is equal to, oh, why not use ternary operator? Correct. So how do we do that? Mm, syntax is this and this. No, this and this. Correct. Yes. So the if clause over here. If here is double equal to rev, So this compares, and then we return true. If not, we return false. Correct. Correct. Rev, yes, yes, yes. I think we are good. I think we are good. Ouch. I think we are good over here. Let's see what mess have we making. Have we made? So okay. So I'll start the places where I think that I've messed up. So this is 100% one place. Okay, this line. And yes, the parenthesis thing. I'm sure that I'm not sure. I'm 90% sure that we keep parentheses when we need to compute the length of the strings. And yes, another thing is that the substring one. Okay, so yes, this substring. These are the things that I think where I messed up. Let's ask our friend GPT. Okay, give me a second. I'll reshare my screen. Hmm. Okay. I'll share my screen. Wow, what's this? So quickly in short. Correct. Now, yes. So yes, first assumption is correct. First assumption is oops. Okay, so first assumption is correct. We we really write this. Uh, 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 this is how we calculate the length of the string. Yes, that length we are getting correct. Oops. Okay. So even before compiling, we have now learned that this is how we calculate the length of the string. Correct, 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 correct. Okay, so done with mistake number one. Length. Length spelling, length spelling, length, correct. Now, what was the second thing? Substring thing. Okay, substring thing. And yes, why not? Let's do with the substring. Okay, switch over here. Why not make this a separate tab and we are here and we are here and and is excluded. Okay, so correct. We are actually correct on that assumption also. Oh wow, we earlier wrote it correctly. Substring, simply substring. So do we have to import anything to use substring? Do we have to import anything to use? Okay, so correct. This is how we were doing. So we have to take the upper limit plus one. Okay, 2 is excluded, so 1 and 2 will be there. So if you are considering this a b, if we want to take a b, then we have to write 0 and 2. Okay, so 2 is excluded, so 0 and 2. Correct. Okay, so I don't think we are using substrate anywhere else. Nope. Yes, so substring is dot substring, j is the upper limit, correct? So we have to take j plus 1 every time. So is there going to be any case where j plus 1 is going to hinder us or is going to cause any problem? J plus 1, so okay, so here we might have oh, how to deal with this now? Okay, this function problem is over here, correct? And huh? What's different? Substring, okay. So this might pose a problem. I know. Let's do it minus one. What difference will it make? It will not go to the last element because we are assuming the last element. Will it go to the last element? It will go till and let's say if we have A, B, C, then if we are presenting the A and B, then it will take A and B plus one. So that is never included. No, I don't think we should do this. Oh, another problem. Why have we taken J as 1? J needs to be plus 1 than I. I plus 1. Okay. J needs to be I plus 1. Why? We don't need J to be starting from 1 every time. Okay, correct. Good going. What else? What else? Okay, copy array stuff. So let's. I told that every time that I try to search everything, we'll try it out by ourselves. Okay, so how do we copy the array? I remember copy array some syntax, like if you are copying copy. Okay, so that was for copy array only. Copy str is equals to nope, nope. So let's consider if we have string dot copy as a copy. Do, do we write something like this? No. Same reference, but strings are immutable, so it won't make a difference. I don't get it. Uh, so yes, string builder comes into play when things like this. I'll ask GPD for this line of code. Okay, so why is it not showing anywhere? Okay, so it's correct, no? Correct. Uh, correct. Bingo. Okay. L- for safety purposes, we'll try to save the code and we'll log in. Okay. For security reasons, I'll stop sharing my screen. So yes, my security can be hindered at any point of time, but by the time I can keep the I am aware and I'll try to not share things purposely. Okay. Now it's time to compile. I hope it compiles. Okay, so yes, ternary operator. RETURNSTR. Okay, so haven't we put? We have actually. Wow. Oh yeah, now yes, I have understood. And what diff does this? So I, at some point of time, I remember reading this for interview. Return. Okay, so okay, so we don't try to return over here. So completely correct. Okay, this is correct. So we are returning the value that we get out of here. We don't return into the ternary. Okay. Or simply return this. Equally compare the reference, same object in the memory, same object in the memory. Okay, this is not what we want at all. Compare the content value of the string. Dot equals. Dot equals is what we do. Okay. Dot equals is what we do. So why? Let's look at the reason once more. It compares the reference, same object in the memory if they are the same object in the memory, and equal compares the value of the strings. Correct? String value. Uh, Simply write return str dot equals equals what? Ref. Correct. I think we are good. If it compiles anyhow. Oops. Character last char str len minus one length is greater than equal to 0. Char at str dot char at last character. We are extending last character so that we are decreasing the length and then what's wrong? Index out of bound is for length 2. Nobody knows, nobody knows. अगर लेंथ 2 है तो लेंथ माइनस तो मतलब 0 एंड 1 एग्जिस्ट करता है तो 1 है इधर पे तो 1 इधर आएगा फिर आएगा 0 वाली बारी अरे हाउ अगर लेंथ सिर्फ 1 है मान लो तो क्या हुआ लेंथ 1 है मान लो okay so why don't we write a condition if length is 1 if len is if length is 1 return what return true but it is saying that index minus 1 out of bounds for length to index minus 1 uh index out of bounds for length 2 Mhm. str dot char length str dot length correct whatever we are having here for length 2 index minus 1 out of bounds index minus 1 where are we getting minus 1 index taking substrings over here okay let's do also then we are having 0 and 1 so see this is one thing that I am blank so yes I would like to take expert advice Uh, Index minus one out of bounds for length two. Where is it happening? Okay. Okay. Just a second. Hello, hello. Okay, so yes, correct. It's now correct. What have I thought? What have I actually thought remaining quiet? I took an example string of ABC and it has length 3. Then I have done all the iterations that when it is 3, then it will compute, then go till 2 and it will take out the second last character, considering it 2 at care at 2 and then okay, so now it's correct. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's submit the code. Super happy. So if it gets accepted, I don't think that it will get accepted because it's the most naive solution that came. Okay, yes. For length 2. For length 2, expected answer was A. But why didn't we get A as the answer? So we got an empty string, but we must ideally get A. A or C as an answer, right? How do we do that? Let's do a dry run of this code. How to do a dry run? uh, 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 uh. Why don't we are here? I mean, uh, 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 so utilize the concept of substring. That's a proud moment, even if it was too basic. Yes. Uh, yes, it's good. Oh. How do we? Okay, so we have S is equals to, what do we have as A and C? Okay, what is going wrong? So the length here is 2, correct? Yes, I can add a condition manually over here, but I don't. But let's find out what is it that we are missing inside the code that we are getting this error. So we have I and we have J, then we have substring, then we have uh, M length, and then we have longest palindromic substring, correct? Longest palindromic substring. Okay, so this is all we have. I is 0. Okay, so easy. This is 0. This is 1. So the length. So we'll first enter the code, and s dot length is smaller than true. Then return s. But this is not the case. We have two elements. Okay. So one way is directly adding a manual condition over here. Okay. If length is equals to 2, then what are going to be this case? We can return either of the element if they are not equal, and we can return uh, so it's not a good idea to have a separate code piece of code written for it. Well, this code must do the thing for us. Okay, so it does not go here, so it comes here. For I is equals to 1, and I run still only 1, correct? I run. Okay, so in this case, what we are doing is I is running till here only. Okay, so will it pose any problem now? Let's see. Okay, now we are having A and C both. It must run one time. Okay, no matter what, it must run one time. It will run one time, correct? It will run one time. So in that time, what is happening? J is equals to I plus 1. J is 1. Okay, even if we don't change it over here, j becomes 1, and it will go till the end, till the very end of the string. Okay, till the end of the string, till the last element, that is C. Okay, string dot substring s dot substring. What is the substring over here that we are getting? Substring I, that is 0 till 2. That is 0 and 1. So we are having AC as the substring. That's so good. Check palindrome. Now what does this do? This checks the palindrome. So they are not palindrome. And also the max length is 0. So false. False. We have false over here. Okay. So this doesn't happen. Okay. This doesn't happen for AC. It doesn't work for AC. So what do we have? Nothing. We return. We simply also we cannot run the loop again. Okay. So it was correct. So this works correctly. It is not palindrome. Then what must we return? Next time the loop doesn't run. So yes, this is returned. In such a scenario, we must return either A or C. अब मेरा कोड चलेगा बस यहीं तक, ठीक है। तो अब मेरे को इसके अंदर क्या ऐसा चेंज करना चाहिए? यही है, ये तो सही काम कर रहा है भैया, आपका फॉल्स। ओप्स, कंट्रोल सेट। भाई आपका फॉल्स है, ये भी फॉल्स है। कोड तो सही काम कर रहा है मेरा, कोड ही यही लिखा है मैंने। अब मेरे को पता है कि भैया दो ही कैरेक्टर है मेरे पास, ठीक है। स्ट्रिंग चाहिए। ठीक है, तो एक काम तो मतलब आंसर सॉल्यूशन तो है ही मेरे पास कि मैं मैन्युअली लिख दूं कि इफ लेंथ इज इक्वल्स टू 2 एंड both the elements are distinct, then we return the first element. This piece of code should do this, or should it not? मैं इसके अंदर क्या कर सकता हूँ ऐसा? यहाँ पे मेरे पास 2 कैरेक्टर थे, दोनों नहीं है। ठीक है, पर तब भी इस केस में क्या होना चाहिए था मेरे पास? दोनों पैलिंड्रोम नहीं है, पर एक सिंगल एलिमेंट तो पैलिंड्रोम है। या फिर मैं ये कर दूं कि कुछ हो ना हो, लॉन्गेस्ट पैलिंड्रोमिक स्ट्रिंग जो होगी, तो हर बार अपडेट हो ही रही है ना, वो क्या हो जाए, वो पहला कैरेक्टर हो जाए। स्टार्ट होते ही कुछ हो ना हो, पहला कैरेक्टर वो हो जाए, तो हो जाए हमारा सॉल्व, है कि नहीं? एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग की जगह मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, एस डॉट कैर एट, और मेरे ख्याल से ये हर बार काम करेगा मेरा, एस डॉट कैर एट 0। अब यहाँ पे वाला कुछ हो ना हो, मेरे एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग नहीं आएगी, क्योंकि एटलीस्ट क्या होगा, व्हाट विल बी द लीस्ट थिंग, कि एटलीस्ट एक करेक्ट, कुछ भी नहीं हो, अगर स्ट्रिंग दो करेक्टर से ज्यादा किया तो भाई एक करेक्टर तो उसका पैलिंड्रोमिक रहेगा। और अगर इनकेस पैलिंड्रोम होता है, ठीक है, अगर यहाँ पे पैलिंड्रोम हो जाता है, तो फिर तो मैं एक्सलेन और ये तो अपडेट हो ही जाएगा। अगर मान लो ये बीबी होता, एसी की जगह ये बीबी होता, अब अगर मेरी स्ट्रिंग होती, मान लो ये सेम चीज ही रहेगी, माय बैड, ये सब सेम रहेगा, बस यहाँ पे स्ट्रिंग क्या हो जाती, स्ट्रिंग एस इज इक्वल्स टू मान लो बी बी हियर, ओके। सब स्ट्रिंग क्या है, बीबी। पैलिंड्रोम चेक करेगा, यहाँ पे चेक हो रहा है पैलिंड्रोम, ठीक है, क्या क्या ये पैलिंड्रोमिक है, करेक्ट, और क्या ये इसकी मेरी मैक्स लेंथ से भी इसकी लेंथ ज्यादा है, ये भी करेक्ट है ना? तो फिर क्या होगा, तो फिर मेरी लॉन्गेस्ट पैलिंड्रोमिक स्ट्रिंग मैक्स लेंथ मेरी क्या हो जाती, 2 हो जाती। ये चीज तो करेक्ट थी ना इस वाली सिचुएशन में, सिर्फ ये चीज रह रही थी, तो मेरी मैक्सिमम लेंथ क्या हो जाती, मैक्सिमम लेंथ हो जाती मेरी 1, सॉरी मेरी मैक्सिमम लेंथ हो जाती 2, ठीक है, और लॉन्गेस्ट पैलिंड्रोमिक स्ट्रिंग हो जाती है मेरी बीबी, करेक्ट। ये तो सही है, अरे वाह बन गया, हो गया, बस इतना सही तो लिखना था, अब मेरे ख्याल से चल जाना चाहिए। This dot care at 0। अच्छा, ये टाइप कास्टिंग वाली दिक्कत आ रही होगी ना, हाँ सही है, ठीक है, ये भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ऐसे के लिए ऐसे कर देते हैं, तो ये मेरे ख्याल से सॉल्व आनी चाहिए ये चीज़ तो, है ना, एम्प्टी स्ट्रिंग में ये जोड़ देंगे, और क्या इसके लिए और क्या चाहिए, बस स्ट्रिंग लिख के अब टाइप कास्टिंग हो जाएगी, और क्या, परफेक्ट परफेक्ट। अब क्या करना है, इसको फैलाऊं कैसे, कोड ना चलाया है दबाने से, अरे तेरी, नहीं गया, ये रहा, ओके, सबमिट। अब कहाँ टीएलएस वाला अटकेगा तो अटकेगा, और कोई तो दिक्कत, हाँ, अरे वाह, टाइम लिमिट एक्सीड, वो टीएलई वाला कहना चाहता, टीएलएस आता नहीं है ना, टाइम लिमिट एक्सीड, ओके, तो व्हाट इज केसेस था, इस बार पास हो गया, हाँ, वो टीएलई में अटक गया। टाइम लिमिट एक्सीड, निकाल तो देगा, एक बार चेक करते हैं, निकाल तो देगा ये, चेक कहाँ से करूंगा। उड़नछू छू, ओह शिट, अभी भी मेरी स्क्रीन पे यही चल रहा है क्या? ठीक है. uh, 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 सो आप अपने दोस्त से पूछते अब मुझे सही में नहीं पता कि इस सिनेरियो में क्या करना चाहिए जब आपका टाइम लिमिट एक्सीड आए. ये मैंने सिर्फ अपने दोस्तों को आई हैव सीन माय फ्रेंड्स गेट दिस टीएलई एंड आई डोंट नो हाउ दे सॉल्व इट. So I'm aware of this problem, but I don't know how to solve this problem. Now today I'll learn how to solve TLE, time limit exceed. My code works perfectly. This is what this is. I know this. Okay, so now this TLE problem. Now I correct. Uh, what we can do is we'll first copy our code. Okay. तुरंत, okay, so now I am getting TLE. You are getting TLE direction or you are getting TLE time limit exceed. You are generating all substrings of yes. For each substring, you reverse the string O of n. Correct. Total time is over too slow. Oh my god. Now I must learn how to actually find the time complexity of the code that I've created. I genuinely still don't know how this thing works and complexity. uh, Stop creating substrings. Okay, okay. Stop building reverse strings. Okay. Think in terms of palindrome using indices. Ask yourself, can I expand from a center instead of checking every substring? Can I avoid extra substring and compare directly? Two pointer approach, expand around center. Okay. Expand around center means we start comparing from the center. Okay. And two pointer approach is having starting from both the ends, correct? Starting from both the ends and then we compare if I cannot think around the two point approach, but I can think around the expand around center. Okay. You are generating all substrings. You are generating all substrings. So yes, for everything you are generating substrings. Okay, and for every substring that we are creating, we are reversing that string and we are checking. Correct. So the major goal is to reduce the time MPLE to और ये है तो समझ में आ गया मेरे. ठीक है, यहाँ पे O ऑफ n लग रहा है मेरा. और O ऑफ n स्क्वायर कैसे लग रहा है मेरा? O ऑफ n स्क्वायर कैसे लग रहा है फॉर for every substring that we are creating time complexity क्या है? ओके, तो एक लूप के अंदर एक और लूप, तो फिर टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी n होती है एक लूप से, फिर इसके बाद n हो जाएगी, n स्क्वायर हो गई इसकी. सिंपल. क्या सही था? ठीक है. 2 pointer reference expand around the center. Okay, so yes, we were thinking correctly. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's keep this space complexity aside. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Let's target time complexity. Dynamic programming. Okay. Store palindrome results in a table. Okay, all the palindrome results. Reuse previous results. O of n time complexity. O of n space. ओके, टाइम कंप्लीट इधर भी यही है और डीप यूज करके भी यही तो फायदा क्या हुआ है. उप्स, सॉरी. Mancher's algorithm advance use symmetry of an hard interview level optimization. How to think while solving next time. I'm rechecking the same thing again and again. How? Also, huh? I don't get this. So yes, this is again, but this is the process, no? How can we skip this? Same characters, same comparisons, repeated work. I'm creating extra things, yes, twice. New string every loop new string is very costly. Okay, string creation is equal to time plus memory overhead. Okay, ये चीज ध्यान रखूंगा मैं, अगर जब जब स्ट्रिंग क्रिएट हो रही है तो थोड़ा टाइम भी लग रहा है और मेमोरी भी ज्यादा यूज हो रही है मेरी, ये चीज मुझे अवॉइड करनी है हर बार हमेशा. Can I compare characters directly instead of creating substring and reversing and comparing? You can use two pointers, s left, s right, directly. No substring, no reverse. Can I reuse earlier work? Okay, ये कैसे हो सकता है? If you already know ABA is palindrome, then expanding it to becomes easier. This idea leads to expand from center. DP reuse results explicitly. Now optimized solution before best. We go step by step. Reuse to remove substring and reverse. Key idea palindrome expands from the center. Okay. There are two types of centers. Okay. एक तो odd length का हुआ है ना, एक even length का हुआ. Center between B and B. For each index, expand left and for each index, expand left and right. Stop when mismatch. Stop when mismatch. तो हमको मिलेगी कैसे string? Why this is optimized but not best? No extra strings. Okay. No reverse. Okay. Two loops only. How I want you to think, very important. Instead of checking every substring, at think at each position, how far can I stretch while staying palindrome? Okay. How far can I stretch from being palindrome? But what if the string is very long and the palindrome is nowhere near around center, but somewhere in the right or somewhere in the left? How will that work? Next step, what we'll do next. If you want, in this lesson, we'll build the optimized solution line by line, map it to your existing solver, keep it easy, intuitive. DP is one thing I am blank. Uh, or rather, Okay, Manakers, if this is how you pronounce it, Manakers is the best, and expand around the center or DP approach. The pointer one is these are both the optimized solutions. Okay. Okay. Don't recheck what you already know. Okay. DP remember results. Okay. Visualization DP. Okay. Take ये वाला Bavadi exam 0 1 2 3 4. Okay. These are indices, correct? Characters ये सारे हो गए. Okay. Create a table visualization. What PDUs does. DP क्या करता है? I और J लेगा. I क्या है मेरा और J क्या है इसके, नहीं मुझे नहीं पता ना. Substring S I and J is palindrome. ठीक है. True I and J. Substring S of I to J are include both the characters is palindrome. Okay. Start small. Every single character is palindrome. Correct. Correct. Okay. 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 So this is a expand around the center. This is a expand around the center. So we are starting from between. So this is 0 1 2. So 2 and 2. Why we are taking 2 and 2? 2 and 2. What is 2 and 2? So every, okay. So this is the middle element. Okay. So 2 and 2 is B, and B is always true. And then we'll expand from right, sorry, left to the left. And 1 and 2, it is not palindrome. Correct. Then we take check longer substring if BAB. Okay, so we have taken this. Now we'll take this. Correct. So ABA. Oh, how is it happening? Okay, so they are expanding on to the left first. Okay, so B, A, and this 0 1 2. So 0 to 1, 0 to 2. ठीक है, is a palindrome. ठीक है. S is equal to the and S equals to 2. And DP 1 1 is already true. Whereas this is what we know. Okay, it's already true. DP uses inner results to validate outer results. Mental image, like building a wall brick by not building from scratch. Okay, what I recommend for you. Okay, thank you. Just a second, I'll be back. I'll use the loo.
Nobody knows. I'm
Hello, hello. Okay, so ChatGPT recommends us to go with the expand around the center. Okay, so expand around the center approach first. Okay, so I am I am how do you say it? I'm not running for the ideal solution upfront, and I'm not afraid of taking too much time or anything. I just want to genuinely learn the things. 100% yeah. Okay, so I'm confused between the. Uh, I'm first of all, I don't get what this DP solution wants us to do. I don't get this. What expand around the center is doing visually. So expand around the center and let's understand this. What expand around the center is doing visually. It explores. Storing it explores locally. Okay, so we are not storing anywhere. Visualization center expansion होता है यहाँ पे and pick up and okay, pick up index 2. Okay, this is BS center left 2 and right 2. Okay, so left and right both are 2. Okay, and left. Okay, so in the first iteration we pick this. So this is the two pointer approach, correct? And in left we go, and in right we go. We have this. We have yes. Yeah, and again we go. B is not equal to D. So stop. Okay. So yes, both the pointers must be equal. So the string continues to stay palindrome. Correct. The string continues to stay palindrome. And if at any point of time it does not match, then it's not palindrome. What mental dropping a pebble in water? अरे ठीक है. Side by side intuition. स्टोर्स मेमोरी ये नहीं करता. स्टोर एक्स्ट्रा स्पेस लेता है ये इतनी लेता है एक्स्ट्रा स्पेस बस. तो यही वाला बेटर है ना अपना एक्सपेंड सेंटर वाला. टाइम क्या है इसका? टाइम ओवरफैन है, इसका भी ओवरफैन है ना. इजी टू कोड, वेरी इजी टू कोड. अरे वाह, इंटरव्यू फ्रेंडली, वेरी इंटरव्यू फ्रेंडली. दिस इज आल्सो इंटरव्यू, दिस इज मीडियम कोड. सो लेट्स व्हाई नॉट लेट्स गो this expand around the center approach. Big clarity, yes, 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 yes. In short, two pointer APP is the EXP accent around the and So I am even clear. So it's even clear now that we have to use this approach. Okay, we have to use this approach. uh, Now we'll write the optimized solution. Okay, so if we have if we have a string with odd length, then it's good we assume center as the center. What if we have even if string of length, even length? I'll not ask it. I'll not ask GPT. I'll self on. Um, I'll answer it to myself. I'll come up with something. Why not? Let's write down and do it. Okay, so I have one here. Hmm, this is good. Okay. And we have. Correct. This is going to be the. So there is no center, correct? There is no center. Then we take left as this and right as this. Then we'll compare. Correct. Okay, so we are done. I think I can write code for this solution. So what about this code? Should I remove this? uh, okay, let's keep it. Let's keep it for the brute force approach. Correct. We'll keep it over here. Mm. Okay, so mm, we'll code for the two pointer two pointer approach. We'll have left and left will okay, left and right. uh, right is equals to 0. Okay, so but we have to actually, we don't have to write them 0. We'll actually assign them if the string is even. We know if the string is even or not. So length int len is equals to s dot okay, so we have the length. If length, if if len mod 2 is equal to 0, it means the length is even. Then what we'll do, then we'll what's the center, n by len by 2 minus 1. Okay, and this is length by 2, and this will be length by 2, length by 2. Okay, so let's find out what is length by 2. Okay, length, if a b a b, if this is the correct, and then I want this as l and this as right. Okay, so and length is equals to 4. Okay, length is equals to 4. So 4 by 2 is 2. So this is 2, correct? 0 1 2 3, correct? This is 2. So this is correct. Okay, length by 2, and length by 2 minus 1, this is 2 minus 1, this is 1. So this is also correct. So correct. Now, okay, so what in case of else? This is we'll write it for else. What else? Then int int left. Okay, so is there any So we are starting from the center and we'll check if we have we have the palindromic substring. What do we have as the palindromic substring? So we'll how do we return it? Okay, so we have to store one at least, correct? String result is equals to it will be an empty string in the start. Or will it not? Oh yes, it will be an empty string. So what we'll do is how do we use the pointers? How do we loop it? While mm, both have to be greater than lesser than the limits, no? So while left is greater than -1, left is greater than 0, and while and how do we use and right is smaller than len. This is where I make mistakes. Uh, uh, so By this logic, what are we actually getting? Let's assume if we have b a b as the string, so we and let's say if we have this nope. Okay, so we know that it will start from here, it will check this, it will check this, it will check this, and it will check this. So यहाँ पे ये दोनों different हो जाएंगे, and when these will become different, it will exit. Okay, it will exit. जैसे ही different होंगे वैसे ही exit हो जाएगा, और फिर क्या return हो जाएगा? Return हो जाएगा, sorry, return हो जाएगा ये बीच वाला। तो लेफ्ट मेरा रिटर्न होगा, लेफ्ट और राइट, लास्ट वाला लेफ्ट और राइट मेरा रिटर्न हो जाएगा, करेक्ट? क्योंकि अभी वाला तो मेरा चला नहीं। ठीक है, अब मेरे को क्या चाहिए, तो मेरा एल आ जाए 1 और राइट आ जाए मेरा 0 1 2 3, राइट आ जाए 3। तो फिर मैं सब स्ट्रिंग अब कौन सी रिटर्न कर दूंगा, रिटर्न रिटर्न एस डॉट सब स्ट्रिंग कौन सी 1 2 4 रिटर्न कर दूंगा मैं। तो यही मेरा आंसर हो जाएगा, सिंपल हो गया ये तो। पर अब ये होगा कैसे, मैंने अब लूप तो चला दिया, जब तक मेरा लेफ्ट जीरो से जीरो या जीरो से बड़ा है, ठीक है, तब तक चलेगा। और लेंथ मेरी जब तक लेंथ से छोटी है, राइट मेरी लेंथ से छोटी है, तब तक तो ये लूप रहेगा, ठीक है। इफ अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है, अब यहाँ पे मेरा लेफ्ट और राइट तो डिसाइडेड है ना, है ना। और अब मेरा रिजल्ट क्या है, सबसे पहले रिजल्ट मेरा कुछ नहीं है, सबसे पहले रिजल्ट तो मेरा क्या है, जस्ट अ सेकंड। और अब तो यहाँ पे रिटर्न है, अब ये मेरे को कैसे वैल्यू, अब यहाँ पे चल रहा है करेक्टर लेफ्ट कंपेयर करेगा करेक्टर राइट से। अगर ये इक्वल नहीं है तो ब्रेक हो, या इक्वल है तो क्या, इक्वल है तो फिर तो ये चलेगा, ठीक है। इक्वल है तो लेफ्ट तो मेरा एक पीछे हो जाएगा, करेक्ट, लेफ्ट मेरा यहाँ आ जाएगा और राइट मेरा यहाँ आ जाएगा। लेफ्ट मेरा यहाँ आ जाएगा, राइट मेरा यहाँ आ जाएगा, ठीक है। अब क्या होगा, इफ अब वापस आएगा, क्या ये सही है, ये सही है, करेक्ट। अब यहाँ पे आएगा, अब लेफ्ट और राइट, मेरा लेफ्ट हो गया है ए, राइट हो गया है मेरा ए, तो अभी भी ये नहीं हुआ, तो फिर एक और लेफ्ट और राइट मेरा माइनस हो जाएगा, करेक्ट। ये लेफ्ट हो जाएगा मेरा, लेफ्ट हो जाएगा मेरा बी, करेक्ट। लेफ्ट मेरा इधर आ गया, अब लेफ्ट मेरा इधर आ गया, और राइट मेरा किधर आ गया? राइट मेरा इधर आ गया। राइट मेरा इधर आ गया, पर अब इस सिनेरियो में ये हो गया, ठीक है, यहाँ पे अटक गया तो वो ब्रेक हो जाएगा। अब जैसे ही ब्रेक होता है तो मेरा क्या रिटर्न क्या होएगा? मैं लूप से तो बाहर आ जाऊंगा ब्रेक होके, है ना, और मैं रिटर्न क्या करना, आते ही बाहर, अरे टी यू आर एन रिटर्न। और अगर इनकेस पूरा सही रहता तो फिर क्या रिटर्न होता? रिटर्न सबसे पहले आपके रिटर्न क्या होता? अब मैं लेफ्ट एक प्लस प्लस, लेफ्ट प्लस प्लस और राइट माइनस माइनस एक कर लेता, ठीक है। उसके बाद में रिटर्न क्या करता है? रिटर्न एस डॉट सब, एस टी आर है सब स्ट्रिंग, जहाँ पे लेफ्ट और राइट प्लस वन। यहाँ पे मैं रिटर्न करता, ठीक है। पर अगर ये तो हो गया जब गलत हो रहा है, ठीक है, जब गलत हो रही है स्ट्रिंग मेरी। पर अब क्या, जब, और ये बहुत शैलो सॉल्यूशन है, अभी मैंने कुछ और ऊपर भी यहाँ पे मैंने कुछ नहीं दिया है। No matter how much time I take, I will do this. I will do it manually. I don't need any assistance. I think this is correct. I think this is correct. We don't need the. If it never happens, then what will happen? If it never happens, then it is good. But if it breaks in the first time, in the first instance, if it breaks, then we have to return result. So we can write a counter also. We'll are we not in the same solution? If I started here and else has started here and finished here, then we are in the main program. Then while we have while over here, then correct. This is going over here. What is the problem then? Left length is greater than -1, correct? While left is greater than -1 and right is smaller than length, s thought caret left is not equal to, what is the problem then? And error cannot find symbol. I don't think this will ever happen that these won't be executed. Here, okay. I think we must remove int and int from here, and we'll see right always remains same. So no matter what happens, it will be here. So what we'll do is int right, oops, right is equals to n. No, okay. So okay, n. Have we used n? No. Length. Okay, so yes, we have used that correctly, huh? Correct. Correct. Nope. Right is equals to len. I'll take a break and I'll stop this stream. I think I will use a break. See, problems like this have taken me 2 hours 37 minutes.